The most ridiculous sacrifice for a worthless man. I once drove 3 hours round trip in the middle of a snowstorm because he said he was feeling really down and needed me. When I got there, he was playing video games with his friends, barely looked up, and said, "Oh, you actually came, lol." I sat there like an idiot for 2 hours while they ignored me, then drove back home crying the entire way. He didn't even say thank you. That was the moment I realized I had more love for him than respect for myself. Never again. My ex. I got very concerned one day when he suddenly started texting less. I called him multiple times out of that concern. He finally picked up on the 7th call and he told me he got into an accident and was in the hospital RN. I lived pretty far away from him and I was about to land a huge deal for my company. So he told me not to worry and he will handle himself but won't be able to call me. I got too worried and I left my work and I rushed to my car and drove 6 hours straight to the hospital he said he was in. I go there. There is no record of him. I go to his home and I find him with another chick. Gosh, I was so naive. I had been dating some guy for a couple months. He had gotten a promotion at his job, so to celebrate, I baked him cookies from scratch, put them in a cute box and brought them to his house. Upon seeing the cookies, he took a bite and then shed some tears. And no one has ever done anything like this for me before. You are so nice that I don't have it in me to continue to lie to you. I'm sorry, I've been seeing someone else at the same time as you. Me. ERIC. So the cookies of truth have spoken. Funny enough, he texted me like a month later asking if I wanted to be his mistress. Edit. For everyone asking for the recipe, I don't have the specifics anymore, but they were triple chip, white, milk, and dark chocolate chips, the trifecta of truth. Quit going to my therapist so that he be off the 2-year waiting list and get my spot. He ended up going 3 times. Paid his car payment for him while he was looking for a job. Stayed married for 10 more years. If you're miserable, get out and try again. I still can't grasp the last 2 years of being manipulated and dragged. Letting myself be okay with it for the sake of a guy to like me and keep me around. Pretty fucking ridiculous and a lesson. Took one of his university classes for him course. I wanted him to succeed. What a waste of my time that ungrateful swine was. I let him pin me to a wall, scream in my face I didn't deserve to have a nice birthday because I hadn't done some arbitrary chore or something. The ridiculous thing was I married him a year later and stayed put for 7 more. Been free 14 years now and doing great. Not a man but a lesbian relationship. I literally cleaned her room while she was gone because she had inspections. I found multiple dirty plates, some covered in mold, dirty cups, dirty clothes, and even made her bed. I even deep cleaned her bathroom and closet and organized it. I took out her trash, made sure the room smelled clean and everything was vacuumed. You can expect my disappointment when I found out she is cheating on me, and I did rip her a new one. Learned Japanese as his mother was from there, in an effort for him to notice my dedication to him and his family. He waved it off and said I should be learning a more useful language, like Chinese Mandarin. I joined classes for Chinese Mandarin for 3 months to get his validation again. When I revealed my studies to him, he barely reacted. I can't even remember what he said, just my disappointment. I was only 21 and a young dreamer. I don't regret it. In fact, I use one of those languages in my job now, and married to a nicer chap, so it's a happy ending. Spent months planning for him to come see me. I researched plane tickets, hotels, worked out like crazy to look good enough for him, since he waffled between complimenting my body and saying I was too fat literally within the same week, saved up money and opened a travel rewards credit card to buy his ticket since he was worried about money, just for him to cancel the one thing he was paying for, not mention it for days and days, and go here? Oh yeah, I'm not coming. No real explanation. No offer to come a different time. Things were kinda awkward until he just ghosted me for a year, then came back with some rambling message about how much it hurt him to cut me off and that normally he doesn't care when he ghosts people, but he missed me specifically. How romantic. He was into lock picking. My parents always want to stop at every junk store, so I recruited them, and for a year we collected a whole bunch of different kinds of locks, some antique, some new, tried to go for cool and unusual if possible. Ended up with over 50. I put them all on ribbons and set up a small Christmas tree that was covered in nothing but lights and locks. When my brother saw it, he said, "If any woman ever did that for me, I'd propose on the spot." My guy only noticed one lock until I pointed out that it was the whole tree. When he looked at them all, he just shrugged and said that he didn't have the right picks for some of them, then asked if I wanted to watch TV. We didn't split for another 3 years maybe, but I'm pretty sure that was the day my love began curdling into sadness and resentment. Let him go through my phone in long distance by giving him remove control access on FaceTime. Waiting around for 3 FKN years while he was in prison. Daydreaming about the amazing man he will be when he gets out, drug-free and sober, and our fresh awesome relationship that will be coming soon, only to have him come out jaded, rude, uninterested, non-romantic, defensive, and a huge asshole. Oh yeah, and jumped into a situationship with someone else while I patiently waited for him to get situated with a job, acquire a bicycle for transportation and a halfway house. Stupid me. I let her friend sleep on our couch, because she was homeless, and they started fucking in my own apartment and then moved into our living room on an air mattress. I was in a situationship with a dude I had a huge crush on in college, after we graduated. He used to tell me about all the romantic things he did for his ex when we had classes together, before we got together, so I kind of expected the same treatment. We started seeing each other around September, and come Christmas I decided to paint him a watercolor portrait of his dog as a gift. It turned out beautiful, and I was proud of my work. Come gift exchange time, he was like, "I picked this gift out just for you," and walked over to a paper bag that he shuffled through before producing a candle like he had a bag of candles he bought for people, and I was one of the lucky recipients. I gave him his gift and in my mortification told him to open it once I left because I couldn't handle standing there holding a candle while he opened a sentimental gift. Worst gift exchange ever. LOL.